friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Trish, and today I'm going to be doing my Pan That palette update. So I have some semi-exciting progress to share with you this month. It's not as good as last month's, and if you're interested to see my last month's update, it will be linked up in the cards and down below. But let's get into this semi-exciting update. First, if you have yet to subscribe, I'd love it if you join the family. And now, let's get on to the video. So I'm going to switch things up this month and start off with my Midas Cosmetics Pumpkin Spice Latte palette. And I'm starting off with this one because I didn't really use this quad this month. I actually picked one focus shade this month in between my two palettes, and I focused mainly on that shade and kind of neglected the rest of them, but I really wanted to make some progress with it. So for this one, these are pictures of what it looked like for the last two updates, and this is what it looks like now. And you're not going to see that much progress. I got my little sheet here. To be quite honest with you guys, I only used one shade in this palette this last month, and it is this one right here in Iced, and I used it once, which brings the usage total on Iced up to 5 for the project. Now for the other shades in here, Double Shot is still at 4 uses. I did not use it. It is that shade over there. And Steamed is at 2 uses. It's the shimmer shade. And then this one here is still at 6 uses. And again, this is the only one I used this past month, and I only used it once. Now, I did enjoy the look that I did with it. I did use a Super Shock shadow on top of it. I believed it's in Pressed Juice is the Super Shock shadow I used with it, but it was really, really pretty, and it made for a good, different type of look for the month. So let's get into the progress with my Kaleidos Electro Turquoise palette. Now these are the pictures of what it looks like for the last 2 months, and as you can see, I did hit pan in the shiny turquoise shade last month. And this is what the palette looks like now. So I do still have pan in the shiny turquoise shade. However, it might have changed a little bit. This shade is a very softly pressed, and every time I stick my brush in it, I have to pat down and press down the shade just because it gets so crumbly. So it does probably look a little bit different there. This shade right here is the one that probably looks the most difference. And hopefully you will be able to see that in the close-up shots. So let me go ahead and go through this. The silver shade I did use twice this month. Not much progress there. That is probably going to take me a very long time to get through. Now, this one here is the exciting one because, as you can see in this photo, I did hit pan on this, but then I repressed the shade. It did not need to be repressed, but my eyes have been having really bad allergic reactions. So I did use 91% alcohol, and I put way too much of that alcohol into this shadow, mixed it up, and repressed it into the pan. The shadow still performs just fine, but I did want to do that just in case this shadow was one of the ones that was irritating my eyes. I just wanted to make sure it was okay and it was sanitized. And so I did hit pan in this shade, and I did use this shade 17 times this month. And I did hit pan on the 16th usage for this one. Now, how I've been using this shade is I have 2 liquid eyeshadows that are in my whole year project pan, which I will have linked down below if you wanted to see. But I have been using the matte one as a base, and then I would take this turquoise shade and go in the crease and all over the lid. And then I would take the sparkly one and go on top of it. And it was a very beautiful, subtly blue look. the mauve tones kind of took away from the turquoise color and made it more into a muted blue that you could barely see. And I really did like that look. And I did that for the vast majority of these looks today. Obviously today I am doing a look that does not have those in it, and there's a reason for that, and you'll have to watch that update to find out. But I am doing a mostly blue look today, and I did want these blues to pop because I do like this shade. But I used this shade a grand total of 29 times in this project, and I don't know if you will be able to see the repressings of it, but hopefully I will be able to hit pan again on that shade. But like I said, it's semi-exciting because I did hit pan on that shade. And it was my focus shade for the month. I used it all the time. Almost every time I did my makeup this month, I used this shade because it was a focus. I wanted to hit pan on it, and I did. And then I repressed it. So moving on to the orange shade, I did not use this shade at all this month. I just use the iced and the other palette, and the iced and the other palette and this one are very similar, so it's just a, you know, I go back and forth between the two. But I did not use this one all, so my total usage for this project is 13 on the orange shade. This shimmery silver I used once, and that is today, this month. So this is the progress on that shade right there, and that brings the total usage on this shade to 11. Like I said before, this shade is super crumbly, and I have to repress it in every time I stick my brush into this. So not only does that change the pan shape, but I also lose a lot of product with this one. So unfortunately, I think this shade might be the first to go, but not because I used it, but just because it's so crumbly and I'm losing so much of it every time I use it. But I did only use it once this month, and it is a gorgeous shade, and I absolutely am loving my eye look today. Now, the navy blue here I did use twice this month, bringing my total usage to 13 within this project. It does have a kind of dip in it. It is a very pigmented shade. It's going to take a while for me to hit pan on that shade, but I do like it, and it's a gorgeous shade, just chugging away at it. This brown one here I used once this month, and that is today. And that brings the total to 9 uses. Again, you can kind of start seeing a dip in it. Not a lot. This shade I've gone back and forth between loving and hating. Today I really like it. I have it smoked out on my bottom lash line. I mix the brown and this turquoise shade on my lower lash line, and it's just beautiful. I really do like that combination on the lower lash line with this eye look today. So that is the total usage and my progress on my Pan That palette. Slowly but surely chugging away at it. I'm hoping that I can definitely hit pan on this turquoise shade again this month, but I think I want my focus shade for this month to be this orange one. I have 13 uses in it. It took me 29 uses, well, excuse me, it took me 28 uses in this one right here to hit pan. I really want to see if I can make some more progress on this orange shade in here. So I think I'm going to focus in really hard on that one this month and see what it gets me. So that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this update. If you did, I will link all my previous updates down below for you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.